My story is called Botillion. I had been hearing that I needed to get it together and learn my dance moves for the past 2 months. I was participating in a botillion, and the main part of it was dancing. For those of you that don't know what a botillion is, let me briefly explain it to you. A botillion is a coming of age ceremony in the African American community. It is when a young man has his rites of passage and steps into manhood in front of his family and friends. You normally wait till your senior year just for tradition sakes, and that's what I did. Now, back to the disaster that was our rehearsal. It was only 6 couples, and me and my escort happened to be the best dancers of the group. The choreographer placed it upon our shoulders to make sure that everyone was performing the moves correctly and doing them to perfection. The pressure on top of schoolwork, college preparations, prom, and graduation was proving all too much to bear. So I put the botillion practice at the back of my mind and decided to focus on the other things. May 4th was the day of the botillion, and that day slowly crept up on me. And it got to the last week, and then I realized I did not have all of my dances together. We had several dances to perform that night. We had a Charleston, we had a waltz, a step routine, a son and mother dance, and finally a Stevie Wonder. Talk about stress. Anyway, I had started to cram in practices and soon realized that nobody had the dances together. Nobody. I began to panic, and a million things ran through my head. What if we mess up? What if we don't do well? What if we freeze? What if I fall off the stage? What if? What if? May 3rd came, which was the night of the dress rehearsal, and at the location of the Botillion. It didn't take us long to realize that we had less than 24 hours to perfect these dances, and we were all over the place. People were going left when they were supposed to go right, people came late, people brought extra baggage, and it all just went downhill. I was nervous out of my mind. But I practiced and I practiced and I practiced and I forced the others to practice, and if it was not perfect, we were not going to go to sleep that night. Unfortunately, being the lead of the group, I was questioned by the people over the program as in why everyone was so unprepared. I stood there in terror and realized that the special night was about to get ruined. I went to sleep that night with fear in my head. The next morning began with an early morning meeting where the program directors distributed our schedules and the time and the places we all needed to be throughout the day. The dances were not complete, so we requested additional time to rehearse, but unfortunately, we were unable to get the space because of another event. So we were stuck to practicing in our hallways with our iPhones, trying to hear the songs over our steps, but nothing was working. The mother-son dance was the least rehearsed dance, so when the time comes for us to practice, my mother is nowhere to be found.
Oh, you have got to be kidding me! So
I called and she said she was getting her nails and feet done, and my temper got the best of me, and it just explode. It was just like an exploding cannon in my face. I turned off my phone, went back to my room, and went to sleep, and decided then and there that whatever happened that night just happened.
Oh
I woke up from my nap and they told me that it was time to get ready. I showered, my barber came and cut my hair. I put on my tux and I felt great. There was still that empty pit in my stomach worrying about what state our performance would be, but it was no time to fret. We had to get downstairs for our pictures and our introductions. The camera started to take pictures as soon as we as soon as all the six couples arrived and our guests were there. We were about to go out. Our introductions went by smoothly, and now our dance has begun. The first dance was the Charleston. Besides the fact that my scarf blew off, everything went well with that dance. Our next dance was the waltz. The waltz went off without a glitch. Everything was going surprisingly smooth until our step routine. The guys forgot the step. Thankfully, I was able to play off by laughing, and then we exited the stage, and our mother and son dance was next. Absolutely horrendous, but the fact that me and my mom were on stage having fun was all I needed. Last and final dance was the Stevie Wonder dance. For this dance, you had to have confidence. So, I did confidence in the best way I knew
For making.
how. And my song did not go off. Just 1 second. Sorry, Mr. Decker.
Cupcakes and deposits
Should
at the
have
same
had this
time.
loaded.
For paying your friend.
So I did it in the best way now. This was my confidence song. The song begins to play and it's incredibly slower than what we had practiced, but we were doing it all great until the song was supposed to end. And it didn't. So we stood there staring at each other awkwardly, and simultaneously we all just started dancing randomly. I learned that night that you can't control everything, and sometimes letting it flow is the best way to go. Nobody there was expecting a Broadway show. They were just expecting us to see us stepping into our manhood and having fun. And that's exactly what we did. The end.